How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rowlet and welcome back to another video. Today, guys, we're going to be doing a little top 5 video for you guys. Today's video will be counting down the top 5 best Pokemon Ash has caught. So, just so I want to point this out really quickly here, we may do a part 2 to this because there's quite a few mons. I could have done a top 10, but I thought I'd do a top 5 and maybe do a, part 2 if you guys want to see more of that. So let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see a part 2 to this video. But either way, now this video is specifically a countdown of Pokemon that Ash has caught. So we're not including Pokemon that have been traded to Ash or that were hatched or any Pokemon that were only with Ash for a single episode. This includes Pokemon such as like Haunter that joined Ash for a short duration and did not stay with him. So I hope you guys understand and I hope you're ready to watch this video and I hope you all enjoy. Make sure though to just, leave a comment down below telling me what Pokemon do you think are the best Pokemon that Ash has caught. Let me know in the comment section down below. And remember, this video is based on my own opinion. If you do not agree with my opinion, that is totally fine. You can always go down to the comment section and tell me which Pokemon you guys think were the best Pokemon that Ash owned. Now, let's get right into this countdown.
Number 5.
So, at the 5th place, we're going to have Caterpie, Metapod, / Butterfree. So essentially we're going to have Butterfree on this spot. As we all know, Ash caught Caterpie as his actual first ever caught Pokemon. It was his original first Pokemon back in Kanto, and it was one of the best Pokemon in the entire Pokemon anime. And a lot of people, including myself, still till this day don't like the fact that Ash decided to release Butterfree. So that's going to, just kind of, just hurt a bit here when we talk about this. Now, we all know that Butterfree was released to go off with the love of its life, essentially. It went off with that other Butterfree that was pink. Really weird, but let's not question that. Either way, Ash leaving Butterfree was actually one of the most sad moments in Pokemon because Butterfree was such a good Pokemon. As for why Butterfree is on this list, is because of the fact that this Pokemon was emotionally attached to the viewers a lot, and also this Pokemon was really useful. Ash used Butterfree in so many battles. It was such a useful Pokemon. It was always around. It was one of his best Pokemon there, and for the time he had it, for those episodes he actually had in the anime, it was one of, if not the best Pokemon he had at the time, I would argue, because it was such a good Pokemon. It was really useful throughout a lot of battles, and it was a Pokemon that he always loved using, and it was always with him. And again, it was such a sad moment seeing Butterfree fly away and Ash releasing it. It was probably the saddest moment at the time in Pokemon, because we hadn't seen anything like that before, and it really just, it goes close to home, and it's really just emotional. So that's going to be our number 5 spot. Let's go to the next one on the list, lads.
Number 4.
Now, next up is going to be another Kanto Pokemon, and it's going to be Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. So, as we all know, Charmander started out with humble beginnings alongside Ash, but, just essentially being saved by Ash and the gang, and it was really awesome when they did actually save Charmander, and he became a part of the team. And originally, Charmander was from a different owner, but then as, Ash took it over, it became his. But the thing that was really weird with Charmander as it evolved was its tenaciousness and the way it got just way more angry. It didn't want to listen to Ash, it just wandered off, it didn't do as he said, it didn't want to battle for him in the way Ash told it to do. It didn't want to listen to his commands, his just orders essentially of what to do in battle. Instead, it just did everything on its own. But when it came to just literally those really important moments, that's where Charizard shined. Whenever Ash was in a battle and Charizard was pumped up, like Charizard really wanted to defeat the enemy that Ash was facing, Ash would be there with his Charizard, and Charizard would do everything in its might to defeat the opponent Pokemon, because I want to show that it's the best one and the strongest one. Now, of course, it was also a very sad moment when Ash did leave Charizard. That was also left, but Charizard did return to Ash, of course, but it was left for a little bit, a while. But Ash, still now has Charizard, but at the time was left. It was one of the, if not, the just saddest moments for myself personally, as Charmander was my favorite Pokemon of Ash's full team. I love that thing. So when he left it, I was very sad that he left Charizard. But of course, we did get a few seasons and whatnot later. It did come through. We did see Charizard, future, seasons and whatnot. So we're all good. It's not the end of the world. Charizard overall, though, was really strong in a lot of battles. If you guys remember the battles he had against, people like Gary, who he took on. And if you guys don't remember that, it was an amazing end off to that episode where Charizard takes on Gary's Blastoise and then uses Seismic Toss to just demolish him. It was an awesome episode. It was amazing. That battle was insane, and it really showed the true colors of what Charizard is capable of. Just the true strength of what Charizard can do. Such an amazing Pokemon. Definitely worth mentioning. Just an awesome Pokemon to actually just own if you play the Pokemon games, and definitely one of the best Pokemon, if not the best Pokemon that Ash has owned. Of course, we have a few more on this list we're going to mention, so let's continue to the next one, lads.
Number 3.
Now, next up is going to be a Pokemon that I think should be perfect on this list. And we're going to have to go back a bit in time, back to the Johto region, where Ash received, or rather caught, probably one of the coolest and most unique and badass Pokemon ever, Noctowl. Now, Noctowl was such a cool Pokemon, and with Gen 2 being my personal favorite generation, it was easily going to make it on this list. Now, the best part about Noctowl had to be the fact that it was actually a shiny Pokemon. It was the first ever shiny shown in the Pokemon anime ever. It was the first one. I mean, we did have, like, the Crystal Onyx and stuff, if you guys remember those things, but the Crystal Onyx, I don't count that the same way as this one, because the Crystal Onyx isn't really shiny. It's just a weird, I don't know if you want to call it mutation or a different new form or whatever. But either way, back to this now. As you guys know, the freaking shiny Noctowl was awesome. Now, it didn't really get used too much in battles, but it was a pretty cool Pokemon that could use a lot of, as far as I remember, a lot of, like, its moves were psychic moves, but it used them in a really physical manner. I don't really know. Like, it's the only Pokemon I think Ash had that had, like, Pokemon moves that were psychic moves that could do, like, actual damage and not just moves that, you know, like just hypnosis and whatnot. But it was a cool Pokemon. It was really useful during some parts of the, you know, Johto journey. But of course, just have to put it here because of the fact that it's a shiny freaking Noctowl. It was awesome when you received it. So unique, and probably the most unique Pokemon I'd say Ash has ever owned. And I'm really sad we haven't seen something like that in a while now. Would love to see if we could just get something in that manner again. It would be really awesome. Either way, let's go to the next one on the list.
Number 2.
So for the number 2 spot, we're going to have to be a bit biased here, and it's going to be just from my own perspective here. As you guys remember, I'm putting Rowlet here at number 2, and this is a Pokemon, sorry, that was caught really recently by Ash, and it's definitely my favorite Alola Pokemon. Just look at this channel. I mean, it makes sense. I love this Pokemon, and Ash actually got it. It's his first Alolan Pokemon that he has actually, you know, received and whatnot, or rather caught. And it is awesome. I love this thing. Rowlet is an adorable Pokemon, and it's just such a great Pokemon to have alongside Ash's journey. I can't wait to see what's going to happen, if it's going to evolve or not, because if it does evolve, it's going to go from this cute and jolly little Rowlet, you know, it's going to go from this cute and adorable little thing to a giant beast as it evolves into just awesome, like, things. I can't imagine how awesome it would be if it did actually evolve. So I really do hope Ash does evolve it. As we know already, Rockcraft did actually evolve into the Dusk-like and Rock form, so we already know that happened. But will they evolve, you know, Rowlet? Will that happen? Will it not happen? Will maybe he only evolve to the second stage, and that's it, and not, you know, to its final evolution? What will happen? I do not know, but I want to put Rowlet here because Rowlet is an awesome Pokemon, and I really want to see where it's going to go with Ash on his journey. So that's going to be that one, lads. Let's go to the next one, and the final one on this countdown.
Number 1.
And so, at the number 1 spot is going to be Greninja. Yes, as you guys remember, the beautiful little Froakie that joined Ash back in Kalos is probably, if not the strongest Pokemon Ash has ever owned. Froakie started out like a great little mon, but it evolved over time into a more badass Pokemon and became more and more useful to Ash. It was an essential Pokemon of Ash's just team. It was essential and really useful. And still till this day, it sits as probably the Pokemon that's helped Ash the most in battle, I'd say. It is such a strong Pokemon, and it's probably the one, if not, you know, beyond, if you look past Pikachu, it may be the one Pokemon that's got the, you know, closest relationship to Ash. You know, you do have Pikachu, of course, that's been with Ash for so long, which has probably the closest relationship. You do also have Charizard really close to Ash. Of course, you know, it's a different sort of relationship. But Greninja, though, literally has a form that makes it look like Ash. Ash Greninja. It is insanity what that actually is. I mean, think about it. It actually is so attached to Ash that it actually can transform and look slightly like him in a weird manner. But my point is, that is awesome. And that's why it is probably the best Pokemon Ash has caught, because it is the closest Pokemon he's had to him, it is the strongest Pokemon he's had with him, and the Pokemon that's probably been the most useful. I mean, this thing is awesome. It was used in so many important battles throughout Kalos and had a great rivalry with Sawyer's Sceptile. And of course, we cannot forget the fact that this Pokemon actually got a special form, as you guys know, of Ash Greninja. It is insane. I know I just mentioned this several times here, but that is awesome. We've never seen something in that scale before. That this fact that they would add a new form just for Ash like that, and having a Pokemon so attached to him that actually mimics him in one way. It's just beyond me. So this was just an awesome way to show, like, you know, a close relationship between them, having the Ash Greninja form. I freaking love that. And it just shows that they're soul-bound buddies and that they fought great together. And yeah, that is really the only reasons I had to say for Greninja here. Greninja is an awesome Pokemon, and that's why it's on the #1 spotlights. Of course, this is only the first part of this video. I think if you guys want to see a part 2, please leave a like down below, and if we can hit a certain amount of likes, I may do another video of these. And also, guys, if you want to see more of this, or just suggest any top 5s and whatnot, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'd gladly try it out, lads. Either way, thank you so much for today. My name has been Rowlet. I'll see you all the next time. Peace out, have a great day, and bye-bye.